That water already sounds unhealthy. This is the way it sounded coming out that bottle.
Your mustache looks unhealthy.
Listen, my mustache is nice. You just mad because your shit looked like
Look.
what Marcel was pulling out the sink.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes.
Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
What kind? Because I like judging people based off the kind of margaritas they get.
I had a Margarona.
Hold on, wait a second. Before anything, I don't know if it's how is that the new mic? I think you might have to move the mic just a little bit away from your face because all I hear is breathing right now.
No, probably because I got too high.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Plus the windows are down too.
Yeah.
Could be the airflow.
I don't know. Oh, maybe why you get the windows down? You stinking it up? Huh?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. What I told you, what I do in my personal time, my business. Okay.
I knew you was filling up gas earlier. I didn't know you was letting it out too.
Hey, what Shrek say? Better out than in. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you know them road trip farts, like them shits they're not regular farts. Road trip farts, man, them shit's fucking toxic.
That's because they've been sitting there compressed in your stomach all damn day for like God knows how many hours. And when they can't hold no more, it pushes itself out. Versus like when you're walking or doing something, it just comes out.
Yeah.
Nah, when it pushes itself out, you know it's a bad day.
Bro, yeah, they lift you off the seat a little bit. Not the other day, but like back in the day, I was driving to a wrestling show. I was coming back home, and I was on the Pike with two other wrestlers, and one of the dudes was asleep in the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude was farting in his sleep, and I remember we were coming from Sturbridge up on exit 9 to the Pike. You know, then you go towards Springfield, and before I got on to the Pike. Yeah, his farts were so bad. I had to pull the car over on the side of the road, get out, and just like dry heave.
God dang.
Yeah, it was fucking gross. I was like, what the fuck did you eat, man?
Terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know what goes on in the body. That's something like that. And how is it not always the same smell?
Depends on what you're eating. Whatever you're feeding yourself. If you ate a bunch of onions and alcohol and ass, then shit.
you are what you eat.
It's gonna come out smelling terrible.
What's the worst fart situation you ever had or been in? Sans sharding, because you know everybody knows that's bad. But I'm talking about just straight fart.
On the spot like this?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can think of one.
Bro, I had one.
I'm trying to think of the worst one, and I can't think of like the worst one. I've had some bad ones, but I can't think like the worst one.
I think okay. Name a bad one. I had one not too long ago where I was at the Dallas airport and I was going down the escalator.
Oh shit!
And yeah, you know, brother had to let one out. So he did, and you know, I'm going down, so everybody following behind me, you know, just had to go through that dust.
No.
It was like walking into Silent Hill.
Hold on, wait. So are you talking about one that you did or one that you were just involved in?
Oh no. I was patient zero. Okay.
No, but I'm saying when you ask the question, I got it for worst farts. Talking about one that you did or one that
one that you did.
Oh, okay. Well, I got this is in my drug days. now I was in the club. Now I got introduced to this girl. And she was kind of hot, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I knew I had the shit before I went in there. I know I did.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, everybody's rushing, we drinking, popping pills, doing some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yep.
And we're in there, and as you know, rather, we used to battle. But this is before me and you.
Yeah.
And I was out there, and the girl came and danced with me, and I was like, no, not right now, because I can feel my stomach. So like a group of people came walking by, and I just like let it go. it was so.
Did you think you was gonna like pass it off on someone walking by?
Apparently it worked. Because like, what the fuck was that? I was like, you smell that shit too? Like, somebody in that group was terrible. No, somebody in your group is terrible. I'm just not gonna tell you who it is.
That's first of all, that's ingenious. That's perfect. You, my man, you improved, and it was perfect.
Well, I didn't want to look bad for the girl, man. You know, I was still trying to get some cool points. Man, please.
Well, I'm saying that's the benefits of being in a group of people. You could just let one out and just be like, "You smell that shit?"
That's what y'all did it.
You ain't got to take responsibility for nothing.
Man.
Unless it's family. If family's around, I'll take responsibility in a heartbeat. I'm like, yeah, I did that. What y'all gonna do?
Oh yeah. Now that I'm older, I own mine. Yeah, fuck it. I did it.
I like farting in front of little kids and just showing them how bad shit can really get.
Oh, you should have seen what I did today.
You need to change your upholstery now?
No, I just had to lean over and let it go. And little dude's face. If I could mimic it, was like a he couldn't even say that. He just stood there for like 10 seconds.
But, I love how honest little kids can be, especially in a situation like that. They'll tell you straight up, "Hey, you stink."
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
Well, speaking of honesty, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, we got an interesting movie this week, and the lead character was spilling out a little bit of honesty in his life. His her, is it? I don't know if it was a his or her. It sounded like just a kid.
Yeah, it was him.
Was it? You sure? Because I thought when I looked at the cast, there was a little girl or a woman that did the voice.
It might be the girl that did the voice, but it was a dude character in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I was recommended this movie by a friend of mine, and she asked me to let her know what I thought of the movie after I saw it. But I wanted to wait till I recorded this before I let her know. Yeah. Well, the movie we watched this week.
You see what I'm like? Just going into.
I would have thought. Here's the thing, I would have thought this kind of movie would have been right up your alley.
You know how hard it was to stay awake watching this shit?
Well, hold on. The movie we watched this week is I'd never heard of it.
Me either.
But it's called Marcel the Shell with Shoes on. Marcel the Shell with Shoes. My bad.
Yeah,
it's a mouthful. Marcel the Shell with Shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I tried to avoid anything about it when I was told about the movie. I just saw the cover, so that's what I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did watch the trailer, and I was like, man, am I gonna be crying during this movie? What's going on? Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't.
Okay, because if you watch the trailer, you might think this is gonna be this heartfelt, basically like they're using animation to lull you into a sense of confidence in what kind of movie it is before they gut punch you with some emotion.
Well, okay, it was definitely heartfelt. But
the thing is, I don't know if they really did that.
No, I think because of how it was casted, like you're using the fucking claymation.
Yeah.
When I shell, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, so it's like, and you're trying to make it like a documentary style.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like there's like a realness to this fakeness at the same time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was easier to listen to than it was to watch. Cause I let it play while I was driving, and listening to it was like listening to like one of those what they call like
books.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't thinking about the film. I don't know if it would have been that easy to listen to versus watch, because it didn't really give any context to, like, it was almost like a lot of rambling.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got a sense of how the characters felt by the way they talk, but it never really gave any, like, you never really knew what was going on. It didn't really describe any scenes. Didn't really do any of that. So, like, if you're just listening, you don't really can't really get a gauge on what's going on screen.
See, okay, so the reason why I say it was easier to listen to than it was to watch is because for me now, I'm
Mhm.
watching this character,
Yeah.
you know, um, like I said, in a documentary style film, talk about the family leaving and how it all happened, everything else like that. So it's almost like you're watching something animated, but not with a real story, but at the same time not. Because if you like looking at it, and it's real and fake at the same time. I don't know how to. I can't use any better words.
I
But
get it. Yeah.
listening to it, and you put your own characters with the voices, then it becomes real
Yeah.
in my mind. To me, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I can see that. Yeah, essentially in the story, there's this guy who's filming this documentary about this little one-eyed shell, look a little tiny shell that like a snail would live in.
Hmm.
And then, he lives in a house with his grandma, or, quotations grandma. We learn why he views her that way.
Hmm.
And essentially, they used to live in a house with a couple, and then with a whole bunch of the shells. But then the couple had gotten into an argument at some point, and then the guy left. And when he left, they accidentally, took the other shells with him. And so the one shell, Marcel and the grandma were the only ones left. So
Yeah,
essentially, he was like, just missing his family and was wishing he could find them again.
yeah.
That's the setup. So, if I'm thinking of that setup, to me, that's the perfect setup for something like super heartfelt.
Hmm.
So off top, did you like the movie?
No.
Oh, okay, we're gonna agree to disagree.
Dude, I fell asleep like 3 times trying to watch it. I was like, I can't get into this.
Well, that's because you just ate pork. Like that's the only reason you fall asleep. Like,
No.
you sent me that picture. I know. Did you get that pork chop?
I didn't watch it today. I tried to watch it the last 3 days. I listened to it today. Go fucking figure.
All right. So okay. So why was it making you fall asleep? Because it was just slow moving.
Slow moving.
There's no action. There's not much action, if at all.
But see, like, because I like documentaries. So documentaries to me don't need action if they're telling the true story.
Yeah.
And I think this is what made it like weird to like focus on like the animation with a documentary format. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, trying to tell a true story that's not true.
Well, that's like watching The Office. The Office, they use a documentary style, but it's, they do it in comedy. So I guess when you're laughing, you don't really think about it that much.
Mm,
You know?
okay. Yeah.
Like I've seen, faux documentaries before, and like, a lot of them work. I just think in this one, okay, so I like the movie. I actually really like the movie. But one
Not
of the
because they're
issues,
both the same height.
yeah, first of all, fuck you. No, it's because we got the same shoe size.
Oh man.
I liked it because I like the idea. It was the idea that it set up. It was almost like, this little, essentially a little kid. If I'm judging by the voice, it's a little kid who kind of lost his family, and now he's holding on to the one person he has left. And like a lot of his, choices in his life are based off of like, just remembering what life was like with his family, but not really trying to move forward because he's afraid.
Mm. Okay.
So, but my one issue with the movie is it's perfectly set up to get in deep into like, learning about the human psyche, and like, how a person thinks, how a person feels, what kind of emotions a person goes through when they're dealing with that kind of loss. And I kind of feel like this it's kind of on the surface. Like it didn't really dig as deep as it could have. There's some good gems in there, but by and large, it was just like, it kind of just moved forward. It didn't really you didn't really delve into like how Marcel truly felt.
I mean, yeah, even I agree with you on that. There were definitely some good gems in there. There's some things that were said that, made me raise an eyebrow, all that good stuff.
Yeah. But it's the kid's voice, like, yeah, it can make you, it can put you to sleep if you just, to me, that's why I think it was easier to watch. Cause it was just interesting the way they shot it. Like if I had to just listen to his voice,
yeah,
it sounds like a nursery rhyme book or some shit.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. Speaking of going to sleep, what you drinking?
Shit, some water.
Really?
Nice little bottle of some H2O.
What is that? Some Aquafina?
No, this is what is this? Some purified drink water.
It's bad for you, bro. You can't drink.
Hey,
You gotta drink spring water.
look,
Spring
a lot
water.
of things are bad for you, but at the movie, stop doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, water is supposed to be
wait.
good for
No,
you.
so this is gonna sound like taboo coming from me. Is this water as bad as alcohol you about to drink? Suck my ass. There you go.
Listen,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. Listen. Next time I see you, I'm gonna walk into that bottle of Jack, and I'm gonna be like, you see, he's changed.
Look, oh no, I still drink, but I'm just saying he talking about purified water is not good for you. Neither is alcohol, but we still drink it.
But I'm saying, like alcohol, you go looking for a taste. Purified water don't have no taste.
It's not
And
supposed to.
no, water has a flavor. Purified water pulls nutrients out your body. Is all I'm saying.
Just because your water tastes like fish,
No. It tastes. It's Florida, bro. This shit tastes like swamps and.
oh yeah, you got different type of water out there.
I
That
know,
shit comes out yellow out the faucet.
bro. This shit, man. Listen, like, there's a reason why you can't, stick your tongue out when the sprinklers is going because liable to fucking catch an infection.
Oh
Or,
man.
you just playing the sprinklers one day, and next thing you know, you got fucking some chlamydia or some shit.
By air contact and chlamydia. That's terrible.
That's why Florida crazy. I bet it's the water. You know when they say there's something in the water,
Hell yeah.
definitely something in Florida. Well, you
Hell
got your water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot of this Chipper Jones Sugarland's sweet tea moonshine.
Okay. PT.
And then-
Huh. I don't think I've seen it before.
Let me pop it up.
No, I mean, like, that's a new one?
I've had it for a while. I just haven't used it. I haven't drank it in a long time.
Hmm.
But then after that, I'm just gonna be doing a Coke Zero with a little bit of moonshine inside it.
Okay. What you got to do tonight?
Nothing. Actually, I got a bunch of work to do tomorrow. But I've been having trouble sleeping lately. As in, I don't sleep enough. So maybe this will knock me out.
Well, look, I ain't lying to you. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning and been at it all day. And I'm on the East Coast time, so my times have changed. So I lost an hour in the same day. And yeah, I'm tired.
Oh, I know the feeling. That's my normal schedule.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shoot, sometimes you lose a couple hours.
I know. I lose a couple hours, come back, I'm like, hold on, I still got to record and do all this shit.
Look, your day can start off with you losing 1 hour, gaining back 3, then losing 4 more, and then you're like, okay, where am I?
Bro, I've gone to different countries where I go back in time.
Yeah.
Like I left at Thursday at 7 p.m. I land Wednesday at 9 p.m. What the fuck is going on? It's crazy.
Oh man.
All right, well, cheers. And let's get into this because I actually think there's, a deeper conversation to be had about this movie.
Indeed.
So that water already sounds unhealthy. This is the way it sounded coming out that bottle.
Your mustache looks unhealthy.
Listen, my mustache is nice. You just mad because your shit looked like what Marcel was pulling out the sink.
Look, that shit was funny. Did he say the short curly ones are the best ones?
If you can straighten them out, they're really strong.
Oh man.
Okay, so with that kind of joke and humor, like this, I felt like this was just an animated movie, but it was clearly aimed for adults. Like I don't think this was made for kids at all.
Nah, I don't. I think it would have been too deep for kids.
Yeah.
In like you said, right, surface level for adults.
Yeah.
With the ability to go deep.
Yeah, it just didn't. That's why like when I watched it, I was like, okay, it's got some good like ideas behind it, but like, man, I like you showed the fucking shell crying once, like if you're someone who's, with that kind of dealing with that kind of loss, I feel like you could find he would, if he's really a documentary shooter, he would catch him crying a ton.
I want to say he caught him crying twice. Once when he gave him the tissue, and then I think right when the grandmother died.
Yeah. But that was, to me, that was fucked up.
The grandmother dying?
Yeah. It was fucked up. I like the way they did it, but it was just messed up. Because, like, what? She, like, her head, she fell?
Yeah.
How did, like, it was...
She was on the dryer, right? Or something like that?
No. I don't think she was on the dryer. It was, I think something happened with people outside or something like that.
Okay, I know that happened. She got startled. But I swore I thought I heard something about the dryer being involved. Like she was on the dryer and the people showed up or something like that, or
No,
even the dog.
No, so
Okay.
the thing with the dryer was he was talking about how like he had a cousin who, who liked to go hang out in the dryer or whatever. Like he would go hide in the dryer, and then he got tossed in the dryer, and he was just never the same after it happened.
Okay, I missed that part, but I wonder why.
He was like he was just like, yeah, like he was still like he's still around, but like he would just, after that he would just go and like sit by the window and stare outside. Like he was never the same again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like so the grandmother wasn't actually his grandmother. So
she was just part of the community.
Yeah, so there used to be this little community of shells that lived in this house, and they lived with this couple, and then the couple was arguing all the time, arguing, and whenever they argued, like the shells knew like, oh shit, it's something's about to go down, so they would run into the sock drawer.
Yeah,
that's where they would hide. So then one day they argued and they ran into the sock drawer, and then the boyfriend grabbed the sock drawer and emptied it all out and took off, and that's where the most of the family went.
Yeah.
So you think about that. Like, imagine just it's kind of like if a storm happens, fucking Dorothy is sitting there and the tornado comes and now half your family's gone. Like, to me, that's such a mind fuck that I felt like Marcel should have been in more of a like harder state, or like he should have been a little more traumatized.
Oh yeah, but there's different parts of the movie where I think when the interview is 60 seconds, and she says how long have you? She said been alone or been like this, whatever. And he said I don't count the years like you do, or I don't count time like you do. I look at the buds and the leaves and everything else, which I thought was dope, because sometimes that could be longer than time. Yeah, honestly. You ever try to sit there and watch grass grow?
No, I'm sure you did. While you was suffering from that venom bite, you was.
So I wasn't watching the grass grow. Shit, I was trying to not go to the light.
No, but he said that when he said that, he was like, he goes, I count. He watches the buds and the leaves and the grass, and he goes, I don't know how long it was, but I just know that the hole in my heart every day gets bigger.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, how long has that been? He was like, oh, 2 years. He was,
he's like, oh, that's good to know. Just change it up real quick.
But I mean, if I'm thinking about that, like, I don't know how I feel, because if you're, do you ever seen Jojo Rabbit?
Excuse me.
So Jojo Rabbit tackles kind of the same thing, but it tackles it in a much more like traumatic and heartfelt way. The idea that a child can be sitting there and all of a sudden they lose their family. And I felt like it was a chance to really like ask the hard-hitting questions. And I don't think the hard-hitting questions ever really got asked. Or if they did, they were answered in a way that was more childlike, so you didn't really hit the emotion that it could have.
I mean, he was supposed to be a child,
Yeah, I know, but I mean, but you can write it so that like the kid talks in a way, like, I don't know. I just didn't feel the impact of him losing his family as much as I thought I should.
Okay.
Like when he loses his grandma, I feel the moment when she's walking off and like kind of disappears under the sunshine. And then like, to me, that moment was awesome, but then he cries once and then he's just kind of like, I don't know. I didn't really feel him like trying to. How would he handle that kind of situation?
I mean, he's a shell. I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's a like, you could use it as a metaphor. Like, how would a person handle that kind of situation? That's why I said like it had the elements there for it to delve really deep. It just didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like listening to it, it's like I could actually feel the emotion listening to it, but watching it, it was like, okay, I'm watching some weird movie right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I felt like it for me. I felt like it was more occupied with the whole finding the rest of the family, which obviously that's the point of the movie. But
Yeah.
like, I think if you had delved deeper into how much he misses them, like how it's impacting him, then when he finally finds the family, I think it would have been a more of a joyous moment, or like it would have hit harder when when they finally realized like, hey, like his family's still alive.
Yeah.
You ever? I mean, I'm sure you have. You probably sure got siblings all over the world. Like
Children too.
up?
I'm joking. I said children too. That's what I'm joking.
Like, did you ever just like come across a family member that you didn't know was a family member until like years down the road? Because I don't know. I feel like in your case, there's a slight chance you might have accidentally slept with a family member, just on the basis of how much you know.
What the heck was that supposed to symbolize? Oh God!
Damn well, uppercuts and rams.
You did some crazy Michelle Yo like sticker movement. I don't know shit.
Oh, that's the girth.
But you was like, I can't even do it. What the hell was that? Like I fuck the best Harlem Shake?
Nah, bro, that comes natural to me. I'm Asian.
Oh shit!
Them kind of blows just come naturally.
Man.
Yeah, but you ever come across a family member that you didn't like? There's like a long lost family member.
I mean, okay, yeah, I did have an experience like that once in my life.
How did that like did you in the lead up to it, did you feel like you were missing? Was it someone that you knew you were missing that you were looking for, or is it just happened by, oh hey, I got another cousin?
For me it was more like I got another cousin. But she like I realized or we became really, really close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was from California, me from Massachusetts.
Yep.
Met in Chicago. Come to find out that we were definitely related, but we were so
was
far.
Trying to hit it, wasn't you? You was trying to. You was like,
no, once I listened to my cousin, I was drunk as fuck. I had to pick her up for church after a long night of drinking.
No, I'm saying when you initially meet them, right? You didn't know that was your cousin, or someone said, "Hey, yeah, your long lost cousin's here."
Yeah, basically, like, yeah, you gotta pick your cousin. I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
Oh, that's
so yeah, I had the heads up, you know what I'm saying? But I guess the reason why I loved her because like she's really, really educated. I don't know how to say this. If an insecure person would be insecure around her, I'll put it to you like that.
okay.
Like
She's like,
but even though she won't make you feel insecure, just knowing her background and what she can do, what she does, everything else, make you feel like you ain't shit to her.
so she's like an independent woman.
Definitely that, but I don't know how to put it because she's really, really humble, really, really down to earth.
Yeah.
But knowing her stature, you be like, yo, like we in two different leagues, and you are way beyond mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's what made me love her. Just like, yo, yeah, for real. Because that's the first time I met her, I was like, okay, look, we go to church, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm drunk as fuck. She said, okay. And after that, I was like, huh. I was like,
she's like like if you're looking at her status, she should be up here, but she's not judging you for being down here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get that.
So yeah, I don't even know how we got in that subject, but that's one situation I can say where I met like a long lost cousin.
Yeah.
But it felt like we were instant family.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
It's hard for me to meet cousins because like in the Cambodian language, like everybody's your uncle, everybody's your aunt, like and Ming and stuff like that. So yeah, I use that a lot. but I don't know how many of those people are actually blood relatives or they're just, people I grew up around
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And then vice versa, I got cousins married to cousins. So let's just say,
Your Philly cheese all fucked up.
bro, let's just say that like, I got a cousin whose wife is my niece. so
Try to do the math or added 2, carry the 4. Hey, how's that work?
yeah, so when her kids call me Ta, which is grandpa, I'm like, what the fuck is going on now? I don't know. I'm sure you probably met her.
That doesn't make it any better.
But it's just like, okay, so for me, like the whole long lost like family member thing, the reason why that kind of thing hits with me is because like I never met my grandparents, and I won't ever meet my grandparents because they're not around anymore. And so, I mean, I could imagine having a relationship with people, especially if you're like growing up in a community together, and all of a sudden they go off, they disappear, and then you just never hear from them again. You had this close relationship, and then all of a sudden, like, that's it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd always have that like, did I miss out or what are they up to kind of feeling.
Yeah. I think people feel that way more about me because I'll disappear in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know. I already turn off the lights and you gone like Blade.
I can do that shit right now.
Every time they see you, like, oh, Daywalker.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. That's a good one. Oh man.
No, but yeah, I can see that with you because, like, yeah, I mean, you, for lack of a better term, just go where the wind takes you.
So how many times have I done it? Did I hit you up months later, and you're like, I know that speech pattern.
Yeah,
like, yeah, it's Chris.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's the crazy thing is that sometimes I'm like the middleman. I'm like UPS. Like, Chris, man, this person's reaching out. Just get in touch with this person.
Yeah, you got. I was just saying more of my fans. I got no fans. You got more of the people I've met in my life following your page to keep up with me.
I know. I'm like a low jack.
Oh man.
Okay, what did you think of the style of the movie? Because the movie it is shot like a documentary with like the animation. Like not a lot of people do the animation with real,
And again, like I said, that actually because I like documentaries, I felt was dope. My brain was just having a hard time grasping a real subject of somebody losing their family or something.
Yeah,
with the
shell.
seashell. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny because like nobody treated that shell like anything different. They're like, oh yeah, shells live around us.
Yeah. Even when people came in, they said, "What's this guy?" They call him. What she say? They call him Mr. Headphones. And that when he's looking for the bathroom, you can just tell, but he's trying to play it off. It's to the left. But
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. But yeah, that was my problem. I love the documentary format of it, but the animation of it was more like it took away the real feeling. So that was it for me.
But I really like that they went with that like. It's not necessarily claymation, but it's that stop motion kind of look to it. Because I'm a big fan of that style. Like there's this movie. I think it's a Swedish movie. It's called Kuki Sivrachi, but it's about these little puppets that live in the woods.
Okay.
And like they battle each other and shit like that. If you're ever on YouTube and you're just look for Kooky, Kooky, and then the full movie is probably like available on YouTube. Just watch the English version.
Okay.
Dope ass movie. But that's just what it reminded me of. So like it's just a style of animation that you don't see a lot. So when I saw it, I think that's what immediately like caught my attention with this movie. Because anybody can do fucking computer graphics and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
What's the best animated mixed with the real movie you've seen?
Okay, I ain't gonna say this is the best, but the first one that popped into my head, just if you think you know me or we're around the same age, what's the first movie?
Well, Space Jam,
No,
Who Framed Roger
Roger
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
first,
You're just black, so
first,
I thought Space Jam.
nah. Just come on, now can't nobody compare to Jessica Rabbit. Everybody want them fake ass titties.
I know. Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit, man, it'll make anybody want to turn into a cartoon.
For real. Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
Real and animated. Yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is definitely the best one.
I mean,
Um,
well, was it the first one? That's another question.
it
No,
might
okay,
have been.
no,
It might have been.
okay, it definitely was the first movie, but I feel like there were like other shorts or something from back in the day
Maybe
of
Cool
real
World.
people.
Cool World was one.
What's Cool World?
I can't describe it, but I remember that being a movie where it was real and animated too.
Okay.
But like those Looney Tunes movies, a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember like, was it Uncle Remus or Uncle whatever walking down the field with the birds flying, but they were animated or whatever.
What movie is that?
And it's something. It was something on a documentary with Disney. I watched it.
Huh.
Where it actually had to do with. I can't remember the full story, so don't get me wrong. 'Cause I don't want to say the wrong shit. But
Yep.
I think they removed it or they brought it up because this is when Disney was transitioning, like the whole racist shit, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And that was like an episode or a short or something that they did.
Yeah.
And I can't. I really want to say his name was Uncle Remus, but that just sounds too slavish. But I don't know. But
I have to look
but
that
I
up.
think I think Roger Rabbit was like the first one, in my opinion, from my brain that actually got like mainstream and was good and people, the cartoon and all that good stuff.
Yeah. You know which one doesn't get talked about a lot, but really should?
What's that?
A Mask. With Jim Carrey?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking and first of all, fucking what's her name?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. When Cameron Diaz was
It's thick.
ah,
That right amount of thickness.
God damn, she put
Yeah.
the whole world on notice. I was like, that was almost a. I think she was going for a Jessica Rabbit kind of feel in that movie.
Hmm.
But, yeah, goddamn.
I mean, it was animated, but that wasn't cartoon and people animated mixed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like cartoons living amongst people.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, they had the computer animated. Oh, like the cartoony like special effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the last.
Okay.
movie-
You know what? You're right. Not thinking about it. I don't think the mask got that much credit. And if it did, maybe we just missed that memo.
Well, I know like back then, like Jim Carrey was on that run where he did like Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber like in a row. That set that motherfucker on fire. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, I think to this day, when people think of a Jim Carrey movie, it's going to be those.
Mine's me, myself, and Irene. When I talked about that.
That's my shit.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, the 3 black kids. Those kids' dicks are bigger than those sausages.
He said, "Hey, see that your kids got a year-round 10, don't they?"
Like, you ever notice how the water just beads off their head?
There was so much funny shit in that damn movie. Oh man. But yeah, that's my favorite Jim Carrey movie. But
he put 15 bullets into a prize-winning cow. Poor thing is lucky to still be alive.
Hell yeah.
All right, so there's one part in this movie that really made me just take a back seat and just really let the emotion because if I thought I was gonna cry watching this movie based on the trailer. And when I watched the movie, I was upset that I didn't because I was like, man, it was all right there. It could have really, delved into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one scene where Marcel's arguing with the grandma because she wants him to do the 60 Minutes interview.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want to do it because she had just gotten hurt, when people were running around the house or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And because of that, he didn't want anyone else around the house because he didn't want to lose her. And she said to him, "Don't let me be the reason you don't move on."
Mm-hmm.
And that shit.
Or no, go ahead.
No, I was saying that shit fucking hit like deep.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, don't let me be the reason you're afraid to move on or afraid to live or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
But
Or move forward or something like that. But essentially saying that, like, you know, you have all this opportunity in front of you, but you're not chasing it because you feel this, you know, responsibility to take care of me.
yeah,
And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are like that. And
oh, definitely.
for me, and it's one of those situations that I like to call people who care more about being cool in the hood than they
Mm.
do being a better person.
Mm.
You know,
Okay.
it's just you're putting the responsibility of of whatever you are to other people in front of the responsibility of being the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
do you ever did that
And
in your
then
life?
huh?
You ever did that in your life?
I'd be lying if I said no. How, I'm trying to think of the scenario. Okay, I have one, but it doesn't go what we're talking about. It does, but like the cousin of it, if that makes any sense at all. It's
Is
like
it
wanted
related
to what?
like that? Like the
Well, I mean, because this is like the first thing that came to my mind was when I was in high school. I had the ability to go to work
Yep.
or to play sports, and this guy knew at the time. He's like play sports. He said because you got the rest of your life to work.
Yeah.
But little did they know, I wanted to work because I wanted to take care of my family. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I wanted to play sports too. So it's almost like, okay, I need to work because the family needs help, but I really want to play sports because I think I'd be good at it.
Yeah.
In that confirmation of this is what I really, really want to do, but this is what I need to do. And the old dude saying, go play sports. Like work ain't going nowhere. You're gonna have the rest of your life to work. And
Yeah.
he was motherfucking lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was that one of those things where you want to do something, but you're holding yourself back until somebody says, "No, go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You ever seen The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
Yes.
Yeah. Same thing. I think it's like when his dad died, he felt this responsibility to take care of his family. So he stopped chasing his dreams,
Hmm.
got a steady job, something that could provide and help out. And he just stayed comfortable for years until reality, hit, and he was kind of forced to go chase the things that, or just go experience the things that he should have experienced when he was younger. You know?
Speaking of that scenario, have you ever had a situation or know somebody that claimed to be held back by somebody from doing something when in all actuality they were holding themselves back and blaming it on the other person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I've had that where someone was like, you know, it's as an ex-girlfriend, but it was just a situation where it's like she was like, okay, in her words, she was, oh, I'm a redneck. That's who I am. That's who I'm always gonna be.
Hmm.
And like, when we were dating, I was like, yo, you're a fucking crazy violinist. Like, you're beautiful. You went to like beauty school and all this stuff. Like, you have all the tools in you to go be something. But like, you're so hell bent on, you know, keeping this persona that you grew up like you feel like I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's imposter syndrome, like she feels like she isn't worth, like she feels like that she that shouldn't be her life. Attaining those things shouldn't be, like, attaining something better shouldn't be her life. She should just be relegated to this small town. So it was almost like, when we were dating, it was almost like, I was doing wrong by her by exposing her to bigger and other things.
Mm.
That this was all that she was ever gonna be good enough for her,
Mm.
And then after we broke up, like 2 months later, she was pregnant, by her ex-boyfriend and all this shit and whatnot. But it was just like, you had every opportunity to get yourself into a situation where you can get out of, where you are, but
Mm.
you just felt like this is all you know, this is all you're worth. So you're stuck there. I don't know where she's at now, but Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to. It was as simple as like getting her to try on some skinny jeans. Like I didn't say wear them all the time, but I'm like, hey, just don't just sit there and be like, oh, all I wear is boot cut jeans and sweatpants that don't have elastic in the bottom because that's what Abercrombie and Fitch has. I don't know, just dumb mentality.
Hmm. Who knows? I don't know.
What about you?
Um. Uh. With somebody that blames somebody else for them being held back when it's really their own fault.
Yeah.
Uh. Quite a few people. Like I can't do this because my mom that or this that whatever. No, you can't just you really don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're using you're. It's almost like that person that has to get into a fight. And like you're lucky they hold me back, but they're saying keep holding me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they act like they want to go out there and do it, but they don't want to. They don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, because they're scared to leave.
mhm.
Like that. That big world out there is. I mean, rightfully so. That big world out there, that unfamiliar world, is scary. And if you're, for some people, staying around what's familiar is going to be the best option in their mind. So they're going to look for the coolest option of whatever they can attain while staying in that comfort zone. I.e., to me, always trying to be cool in the hood or being worried about being cool in the hood versus doing something that can then get you and your family out the situation you're in.
Were you ever?
Go ahead.
I'm saying, were you ever afraid to like leave or go do something or pursue it?
Hell no.
Or
I got out, man. When I got out that bitch, I'm like, I ain't going back to the fucking mall no more.
to the, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I remember when I got the okay, like to leave or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm still the same way now. And like, I think people think I'm like really, really, what's what I'm looking for? Inconsiderate or like I have no emotion or whatever. And it's like, no, I still feel like I'll hate to leave a person or leave a situation or leave a place, but I have no regrets about the time I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like even leaving home after high school and everything else, it's like, okay, but like I've always looked forward to that next fucking water pool I can jump into and see how well I can swim in it.
Yeah, he was looking for that next bowl of pussy juice, and you was like, "Let me slurp this up." Get one of them straws from the boba tea.
As long as I'm chasing that shit, I'll always be on the move.
I think for me, it wasn't less. It was less about getting the permission or getting the opportunity to, but like I felt like I never really got the okay from anyone to move, like to chase my dreams or to move forward. I kind of had to go do it on my own, and it's been more of a journey of showing these people that my instincts were right. So that's how I feel now. And like I love my parents to death. We're at a point in our relationship where I talk to my parents like peers. Even though they're still my mom and dad, I'll still respect them, whatever. But like when they try to give me advice sometimes, I'm just like, I love you, mom. I love you, dad. But like I'm at where I'm at because I followed my instincts. And I kind of went against everything you guys told me I should be doing. So I love you and I respect you and I understand why you're telling me these things, but I'm going to follow my path because it's gotten me to where I'm at.
Yeah.
I remember this quote. I heard this quote and it said, a lot of people that succeed because they were too dumb to know that their dreams weren't possible.
A lot of people succeed because they were too dumb to know their dreams weren't possible.
Yeah.
So
like if they grew up thinking, "Oh, my dream isn't possible," they may have pivoted to something that they thought was possible. But because they dared to dream big, and no one told them, "Hey, that isn't possible," or they didn't believe it, they just kept going until they attained this vision that they had for themselves.
Yeah.
And I think in the movie, that's what Marcel, like, he's like, he got to that point after he lost his grandmother. Like, it's like, no, I wanted to find my family. I wanted to do these things, but like, I'm losing everything. Or actually, no, after she got hurt, before she died. But after she
Okay.
got hurt, he's like, no, like, you're the only thing I have left. I know I was talking about finding my family, but no, like, I'm just gonna sit here in my comfortable space, doing what I'm doing what I know, because that way I can still have the things that I still hold dear.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that what's the word, scenario could have been like so much deeper in the movie.
Mm.
Think about that. Like someone, has this dream of, of finding their family that they've been searching for so long, and then something happens that makes them just go hit the reverse button. Be like, no, I can't do this anymore because I almost lost the one person that's in my life. Like,
Shoot, the prime example of that is Finding Nemo.
go on.
The dad didn't want to let Nemo go do anything because he lost his wife.
Yeah.
And so all he had left was Nemo. And he was so overprotective and everything else. And Nemo was like, no, I'm going to go live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with my gimpy fin. That's actually a perfect example of like chasing your dreams and being held back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't think of that.
yeah, one of the things in the movie that was crazy was like when the grandma found out that the only reason Marcel didn't want 60 Minutes was their favorite show. She knew the theme song.
Okay.
when she was doing the click, hey grandma, make the sound. She was like,
Oh gosh.
but like when she found out that the only reason Marcel didn't want to go on the show, the one that they loved, was because she had gotten hurt with people around, and so he was afraid to let anyone else in the house for fear of losing her. So then she, started exerting more energy, becoming her old self again, but in doing so may have put herself on a path to like dying sooner than she should have. I think that's one of those situations where it's like, what's better? Should you shut it down and just live as long as possible, or should you live and then accept death when it comes, even though it might come sooner?
I prefer to live and accept death when
Goddamn
it
right.
comes.
We know you do. You done tried not doing it a bunch of times.
I know, right? Shit. Did. But
Driving heavy machinery, fucking with wild animals,
shit.
dirty women, all that shit.
I only had one that was dirty. But she was good.
Aren't they all?
I know, right? Keep coming back for more.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, man.
When you go over this lady's house, just bring the ointment. That's it.
Yeah. My
But
mind just went somewhere that I'm not going to talk about.
but I mean, like, I felt like there's so much in this story that could have been like a rabbit hole. Just go deeper. Just go deeper into that rabbit hole and really delve into what's making this shell tick. How is he really being affected by these situations versus just, okay, it hits him, he cried, and then decide, okay, let's go on 60 Minutes and go. But no, let's 60 Minutes called. Let's go, let's go back with 60 Minutes and go find the family. Like if I was him, I'm like, fuck 60 Minutes. When y'all were here, my grandma died.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's different, so I can't say how people would normally act. But if you've already lost everything, and that's the last little bit of that you had left to hold on to, and you lost that too, then what the fuck are you waiting on?
Well, because it's still fresh. It's
Okay.
that wound is still fresh. You're not just immediately gonna be like, all right, well, I just lost him. Marcel, the way he is, the way he reacted when she got hurt, when she dies, he shouldn't just be like, well, she's dead. Time to go searching.
Well, she did give him a pep talk. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, she gave him a pep talk to go on the show, and then she died while he was on the show. To me, if I'm Marcel, that makes me go like, see, I knew I shouldn't have fucking been on this show.
See, you raggedy bitch.
Yeah.
Let me.
Old ass, stink ass bitch. You wasn't even my grandma.
Mad for no reason. Another bunch of shit you don't mean.
Oh.
Oh man.
You wasn't even for real. You came from the garage.
Oh man.
Dude, go ahead.
Oh no, I'll just see about another quote movie that I thought was significant. Where Dean, the cameraman, whatever, is he's always behind the camera.
Yeah.
And I hope I said correctly, but she says, you'd be a lot less lonely if you try to connect to the people that you film or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I thought that was dope, where it's like all these people that live behind their phones wanting to do social media or text all the time, or who knows how to hold a real conversation anymore, whatever the case may be, but then they're depressed all the time or they're lonely, whatever. It's like, you might be a lot less lonely if you actually tried to really connect with somebody you know, not just texting them, not just like everyday simple speech, like actually trying to connect with at least somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, so here's something. Here's the same kind of concept in a scenario that like I've been guilty of it back in the day, but it's like the people who are so quick to give out good advice or what they believe is good advice, like oh yeah, you just need to do this. If you just did this, things will go good in your life. But then they have trouble taking advice themselves, or they're like, you can see they're just kind of just shut down. They don't really do anything. It's like, you haven't even lived. How the fuck you gonna tell me how to live?
Yeah.
No. And I think it was that. And then he also, I don't know if it was Marcel. I think because it was the grandma that said that, the Dean, right?
It was the grandma. I thought Marcel said it.
And yeah, you're Marcel.
Because I picked up on it when I was listening to it, not watching it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So Marcel said that, because I think it might have been the grandma that said, Marcel also said, I'm opening up, like, because I opened up to you. It seems only right that you open up too.
Okay, yeah, I remember that part too.
Yeah, and it's like, there's a lot of relationships out there where, again, people want to be the person that everyone runs to, but then they don't go running to anyone else. And I'm guilty of that. Being the guy that, like, is always has the open ear and the shoulder to lean on, but is always suffering in silence because I feel like I can handle shit on my own, or I feel like my problems are not worthy of getting extra help.
I mean, everybody gotta have somebody to talk to.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I got this podcast.
But how often do we talk to each other about simple shit, sometimes extreme shit, but just like, let me bounce this idea off you real quick.
Yeah.
How about a cow wearing a ninja outfit?
Bro, first of all, is that a cow or is that a bull? Because bulls are usually black, cows are black and white.
Say real ninjas eat chicken. Everybody I brought that to has died laughing and said, "You can't put that out there."
But you can just make the commercial yourself and just put it out and let it go off into the evening.
Oh man!
Take down Chick-fil-A just by making your own commercial for it.
I know, right? Oh shit!
Speaking of chicken, when I was in Montreal, I had gotten some Korean fried chicken from this little hole in the wall spot.
In Montreal.
Yep.
Thought you Asians migrate every fucking where.
Bro, listen. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, before you finish the story though, does Asian food always taste better in other countries than here in the United States?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's because the Asian food, and then not Asian, but I think when people say Asian food in the United States, they're thinking of New York style Chinese food.
Okay.
So whenever you go to like a fast food Chinese place, it's always, usually New York style Chinese food. Lo mein, fucking beef and broccoli, orange chicken, fucking General Tso's. I don't even know who General Tso is, but he got his own chicken.
Yeah, for real.
You know how crazy it was? Because I was alive when all of a sudden those places got the bourbon chicken. When I was little, they didn't have bourbon chicken.
Okay. Okay.
I was in high school. I think I was either in high school or I had just started working at Foot Action when they all of a sudden bourbon chicken showed up on the Chinese restaurant's menu. But either way, that's what I think most Americans equate Asian food to. But if you go to like Japanese restaurants, Korean restaurants, like actual Chinese restaurants, like there's such a wide breadth of like Asian food.
Oh, definitely. But I mean, like, when I've tried with other countries and I've tried Chinese food, so to speak,
Yeah.
to me it tastes so much better than it does here in the States.
I think it's got to do. I think most other food, not just Asian food, just food in general, because there's not as much shit in it.
Mm.
How much food in other countries they'd be like, hey, y'all put that shit in your food, like that shit's illegal here.
Mm.
You know.
True.
But like I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
so I went there and I got this Korean fried chicken, and I'm gonna be real honest right now.
You gonna be real Asian?
I might be biased. You might call me biased right now, but might have took my top spot for fried chicken. Korean fried chicken. Hey, Americans invented the car. Asians did it better. That's all I'm saying.
How?
It's the batter. The batter that they use is a little lighter. It's crispier.
No.
First of all, they don't chop a wing in half and be like, hey, this is 2 pieces. Nah, they give you the whole wing and be like, this is one.
So
So you are getting a bigger, slice of the pie there.
bigger dosage.
Yeah. But it was fucking delicious, man. Oh, that makes there's a spot here in Orlando that's got
But look at what you just said. You tried this Asian Korean fried chicken in Canada.
Yep.
In Canada.
I know.
Now think about how crazy that is.
I wish I was in Korea so I can get it from the horse's mouth, but it might be horse over there.
Yeah, but to say it might be horse's mouth.
This is rib meat? Nah, that's teeth.
Yeah, Mr. Ed over here. Shit. Oh
What's your
man.
favorite part of the fried chicken? The gums?
Hey, what? I thought that was gristle. Nah. Oh man.
Yeah, it's got flavor because that's where it chews, so all the flavor comes in.
Shit. They would say some stupid shit like that.
Listen, that's why I think the pig lips have so much flavor. It's because that's where it chews. That's where all the juices go inside. It sits in there, marinates.
Oh
no,
god.
dude, like there's a Korean fried chicken spot in Orlando that I gotta go check out now. But it literally, I was like, yo, this shit is fucking like crazy good. I should send you I'll send you a picture. It looked just like that plate of wings my mom gave you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you know what they use, like, all right, yeah, Asians do fried chicken.
Oh, everybody knows Asian fried chicken is good. One of the things I love getting, even if I'm in the mood for something different.
Yep.
If I can get me a little 8-piece chicken wings with some combination fried rice, I'm cool.
Yeah. Actually,
It's a cool lunch snack.
Bro, actually, I was upset the other day. I think I was at the Korean spot. I forget where, but like some old white lady walked in and they ordered pork fried rice. They was trying to order pork fried rice. And I was like upset because I'm like, you're at a Korean spot. Like go to the Chinese restaurant if you want pork fried rice. Come get some soup or get some actual Korean shit.
But, yeah, people like that drive me crazy. Like, remember that dad sent you the picture when I found the Jamaican food?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady sitting there eating, and I don't know if she was there trying to test out the restaurant or whatever. And the first thing she said when she had the plate was, "This isn't white rice."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Well, I can take it back, or do you want to taste it?" And she's like, "I'll taste it." And you could tell that she was just being like a snob for no reason.
Yeah.
And she's like, "It's good, but it's not white rice." And I want to say so bad, shut the fuck up and eat. You know what I'm saying? Just eat, goddammit. You walked into a Jamaican restaurant.
Yeah.
Shit. They ain't shit white in here. Just saying.
Yeah, the rice ain't white, the teeth ain't white, nothing.
Man.
The only thing white is the beads in their hair.
Man. Or the tray you getting the food put in.
Yeah.
Shit.
But I don't get why, like, there's so much different food out there. Why everybody just goes to what they're used to? Why? Is it because they don't want to take a chance on something new that they might not like it? That's my theory.
I mean, but you don't like it until you try it.
That's what I'm saying. But okay, so this is my theory on why people are indecisive when they try to pick restaurants for a group. So you get 4 friends going out to eat. Most of the people are gonna be like, "Oh, should we go here? Should we go here?" And they have trouble picking the restaurant. And then usually one person is like, "Yo, let's just go here."
Hmm.
And I feel like the reason why a lot of people are that indecisive is because they don't want to be responsible for someone else having a bad meal. It's not that you're afraid you might have a bad meal. It's just that, like, if I pick this place and everybody doesn't like the food, that looks bad on me. So they become indecisive. And vice versa, when you're going to a restaurant and you're like, I'm about to put down $20 for dinner. I'm hungry as shit. I just want something that I know is going to be good.
Mm.
And they go to their Big Macs and their normal shit.
I mean, that's your go-to. But I mean, we talked about this. If I get the chance to try something new, which is why I actually love like traveling, being back on the road, I want to try it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I told you, I went to a place. What was it called? And was it in Ohio? Raising Cane's and chicken fingers.
Yeah.
I'm not even a chicken finger person. Like, I don't hate them. I'm just not a chicken finger person.
Yeah.
Tried it and I was surprised. Like, holy shit, this is some pretty good chicken fingers.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. I'm actually coming around to chicken fingers. For the longest time, I would not eat chicken fingers, but I had Chicken Guy, and I was like, God damn, these are good.
See, so I want to try that one.
Yeah, come on down. There's a couple spots here.
I would say because I know it sounds crazy, but I really feel like there's nothing special you can do to chicken fingers besides fry those some bitches. But
okay, yeah.
But I tried one that made me go. So now I want to try another one.
Well, that's the thing. I had such a traumatic experience with chicken fingers in high school that like I just stopped eating them for like 20 years. I didn't have any, and then all of a sudden I got talking to that trying chicken guy, and I was like, "Oh, I just ate shitty chicken fingers." That's what happened. It wasn't that chicken fingers were bad, Speaking of food, how the hell these little shells gardening?
Well, you seen they had the rope tied up to the cake mixer, shaking the tree and shit.
Yeah, just so they can get the little little nuts, so they could use it to like shoot shit down.
No, that's what. Oh, were they the little nuts or the little oranges or something?
Oh, what were they? I don't know what they were doing with it because I didn't see them cooking it or nothing. I saw him playing basketball with it. He was trying to like jump off the stairs onto the spoon.
Onto the spoon, yeah. Oh yeah, he's like, I never get on the first try. He did like 6 times. Oh man.
No, he was like, I never thought about having a dog. He goes, I don't like him around. I don't like him around grandma.
Oh yeah.
I like the humor in this movie because it was very nuanced. It's like it didn't sound like he was trying to be funny. He was just saying funny shit.
Got you.
I like, because some movies, they just be trying a little too hard, like fucking The Bubble, trying a little too hard to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm not over that movie, bro.
I got over it as soon as I watched it.
Yeah. After her hand got blown off, I was like, what is going on?
Oh man.
And every time I cut to a TikTok video, I was like, man, fuck out of here. You're the TikTok guy. I don't like TikTok.
No, the fuck I'm not. I mean,
okay. Which of us two has sent the other person a TikTok video?
Because they get sent to me, but I don't got TikTok.
Yeah, liar. Fucking liar.
I don't. Look, my phone is fucking 15 years old. Let that marinate.
Yeah, that's true.
My phone is still trying to figure out the tick. Never mind the talk.
I know, it's still on 3G.
I get so much flack for this shit, but I don't even give a fuck. Like, no. I like my isolation. I like not being found. Yeah. You're not putting a tracking device on me, goddammit.
Dude, speaking of being found, there was that scene where the dude was filming Marcel from the tree.
Oh yeah.
And everyone was like, "Excuse me, what are you doing up there?" He goes, I thought this tree was on there. No, that's in my yard. It's come on. I don't have insurance. You can't. I can't.
I mean, is that a real thing? I mean, I guess nowadays because people will sue for the stupidest shit. But look, man, if you fall, that's on you. I got shit to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
But it technically it is. Like, listen, if someone breaks into your house, say someone breaks into your house, right? Or is trying to break into your house, and they climb up on the roof to try to get inside, and they fall through the roof, they can sue you. Let that sink in.
That's crazy as hell.
Bro, I was looking into those squatter laws after fucking we watched Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, you know, if you have a house that's not occupied, like say someone has a vacation home and
Mhm.
it's not occupied, they don't use it that much often, if someone goes and hops in the house and then stays there for 30 days and gets all whatever, like, it's theirs.
Hmm.
You might pay for all, like, it's theirs.
Hmm.
So you can't go if you try to kick them out the house, you get arrested.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking, I don't know. These, and I guess it comes from, apparently it comes from this law from way back in the day where like kingdoms, you get like a one king in one country and another king in another country. And they have like, say you have like 100,000 acres, right?
Mhm.
Land that no one even sees. And if someone goes over there and then builds a house on a spot that like no one was even using, and all of a sudden a community builds up, the king can't go over there and be like, "Hey, this is my land." Like, "Oh, y'all gotta get the fuck off." They're like, "No,
Hmm.
like now, like these people depend on this. It's their land now. Like
Hmm.
people depend on that. You can't just shovel them along."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And that's why they pay taxes, because the king's gonna get his money some way.
yeah.
Like, okay, y'all can stay here. 10% from all of y'all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
10% plus security deposits, and then every month you gotta pay the security. Otherwise, someone's coming in and fucking up your house or your business.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Man.
so 60 Minutes ended up helping him find at least the couple that was fighting in the house.
Mm-hmm.
One of the coolest aspects of the movie was the fact that all the shells knew when they argue, oh, that's a sign. Everybody go take cover.
Yeah.
Like kids do that, right?
I would think so.
I feel like kids they learn those signals too. Like, you know, when the parents are arguing, like, hey, everybody go take cover, everybody run to their rooms because, you know, shit might get, depending on how crazy things get in the house.
Hmm.
Is that an aspect of raising children that like you're trying to I don't know what's the word, like not foster? Like is that something you want to avoid? The idea,
Well,
just the idea that there's bad habits in communication
mm-hmm.
that come off as signals to children that something bad's about to happen.
Yeah, I think like it's like instinct. You know, you just pick up on like a person's tone is changing, a person's body language is changing. I mean, the older we get, we pick up on it more and more. But like for instance, okay, you probably don't remember the first time you got in trouble by your mom, but you can remember. I'm pretty sure you can remember one time where your mom gave you a look, and you knew that look meant
Yep.
stop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've all had it. So it's like you read that body language. So when I guess arguments, whatever happened, like like to take cover or something bad about to happen or not really understand what's going on, but it's not a comfortable feeling, and just go find your safe spot, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think
For
it's
me, like I don't have kids. You got kids, and like that's something that I would hate to foster a relationship where my kids know my triggers, because that means they've seen my triggers enough to know like, hey, something's fucking coming.
mm,
Which
mm,
I that's like when if you think about it that way, like it's cool that your kids, you know, are aware enough that they can recognize, hey, like things are about to go south. Everybody take cover. But if it's in your household,
hmm
the fact that something has happened often enough that they can, you know, figure that out.
yeah,
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
yeah. That's crazy. Never thought of it like that.
Yeah, because I mean, frequency is just of it's
I mean, that's a catch-22. If I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. But you gotta be thinking right now. Like, if you know your mom's or your not your mom, if you know your parents' triggers, then you know that something's coming. If you don't know the triggers, you wind up getting smacked across the face. Like, what the hell just happened? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a catch-22. You can see it coming and know when to stop, or you can't see it coming and get your ass hit every damn time.
Yeah, but if you know it's coming, that means you done fucked up enough, or some shit happened enough to where you're like, oh shit, you're always on the lookout for it. Where if you don't see it
Well,
coming,
then
it's
stop
because
fucking up. Then if
yeah,
you
but
ain't, if you ain't fucking up, you gotta look out for it.
yeah, but but the thing is, if you don't see it coming, because sometimes it's not the kid's fault. Sometimes it's the parents. You know,
Okay.
they got their own shit to deal with. But if the kid doesn't recognize it, it could be because shit's good. That's why they always say successful parents foster soft kids because they don't have to deal with that kind of trauma. They don't have to deal with they don't have to be aware like that. But how do you, if you're a successful parent, how do you help your kids be aware in that sense without whooping their ass?
Send them to boarding school. That's what all successful parents do.
Ah, fuck that. Nah, that's how they come back with drug problems. I watched Harry Potter. Them kids
Oh
do
shit,
drugs.
man. I don't know. I don't know. Cause I believe in ass whoopings. Excuse me. I know. Okay. I believe in being educational. Like actually speaking. Like, hold on. Like
I
actually
believe in assholes.
speak.
No, actually, I believe in being educational.
No, because before I educationally whoop your ass, I'm gonna talk to you and try to teach you something first. You know what I'm saying?
Like you just got. I'm gonna
And
teach. I just want to teach you how to swing this switch. That's it.
no, I'm gonna teach you what you did wrong in the aftermath of it.
Yeah.
So don't do this wrong because then this is the aftermath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
No, I understand that, but if your kid keeps fucking up,
mhm.
right? Is that indicative of your kid just being a shitty kid? Like maybe you got bad sperm, or or
shit.
are you? Is there something about the way you're raising the kid?
That's interesting. So I believe that could be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I know you got some fucked up sperm, bro.
You know me?
Hey, your shit turned left. That's it.
No. What? Look, I don't know what that means for what. Tell you how to respond to it.
This is literally one of those things where, first of all, because I don't understand what you're saying, I'm gonna take it as a sign of disrespect.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh. This
Man.
the theme of this movie was family and finding your family again, and in that regard, I like the message it was going for. Is just it could have been so much deeper, so much deeper. And that's my. I like the movie. I actually really like the movie, but come on, you could have been like if it went deep like Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the way they fix the problems or the way they remedied any situation was just, to me, it was too easy. They posted videos on YouTube, then all of a sudden just one video just randomly hits 22 million.
Was that what happened? I know they posted videos, and then I thought it was after a couple of days it just shot up.
No, he was posting videos and then 84 people watching. Then all of a sudden one video hit 22 million. Then everybody's talking about Marcel on the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you had people coming up to the house and shooting content in front of the house and shit like that. So he had to put the fucking
newspaper on the windows and shit.
Yeah, he had to walk with the honey so he could stick it to the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
oh man.
Oh. Anyways, all right, man. Final thoughts on Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
It's better to listen to than to watch it.
I
No,
think
that's my opinion. I still don't like the movie. It made me sleepy, like religiously. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I was already tired. Shit, who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure you were already sleepy,
but I've watched movies where I've been dead tired that made me wake up and want to finish it.
Okay.
That made me gonna curl up even more. Like, okay, cool. I'll just play in the background.
I
This
will
is
give
good
you
background noise.
I will give you that. There wasn't much tension or anything that got your blood moving to where you're like, okay, I can't wait to see. And again, that's one of the things I feel like it needed to do. I feel like they should have went on the journey that he went on to go try to find his family when they went up the mountain.
Mm,
It should have been a little more thrilling. It wasn't really thrilling, you know?
mm.
Like that's it.
I mean,
It felt like everything was kind of the same tone the entire time.
mm,
So, but I still
mm.
like the movie a lot. I think I like the movie because of the story they were telling. That's just it's not your average. Like clearly uh they weren't interested in making a ton of money with this movie.
Oh, definitely that. You could definitely see that. It was very low budget.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't even say it was a bad movie. I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Not
You know
your
what I'm saying? That, yeah,
not your flavor.
it's just it was hard to like I said. I had better interaction just listening to it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah. I like the way it looked because I like stop motion animation.
Hmm.
But I also, I like this story just because of the type of story that was being told, because it's not your normal type of story. It was it clearly felt like someone had a story to tell, so they were going to tell that story, and they weren't worried about how much money this movie's going to make or whatnot. So in that regard, I can respect that.
Gotcha.
I just wish hey man, you got this, you got the framework. Once you see that, hey, this is the emotion we're getting, like, can we go deeper? Can we shove it in there, like,
Yeah, lube it up first.
ugh.
Just still shoving things in places. Some places ain't ready for it. Just saying.
Okay, so quick question. Of the innovative things that they showed where Marcel and his grandma were making life work out, what was the most interesting one to you? Like they had the rope on the fucking
On the tree. I remember that.
the mixer shaking the tree. They made a fucking zip line with a sneaker and pubic hair.
Okay.
He rolled around on the fucking, the way he got around was he rolled around in the
In the tennis ball.
Yeah.
Hmm. Only because some of these don't make any sense. Like the sneaker, who's trying to lift that sneaker up there to zip line with it?
Yeah.
As a shell. Just saying.
Yeah.
The tennis ball I thought was pretty dope. But even he was like, you got to make sure you park on a flat surface because you might not know where you left your car. It'll roll away.
Yeah.
But probably, probably the one that's shaking the tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it took a whole lot of fucking work for them to be that little. But just the fact of that machine out the window can shake the tree and get, I'm gonna just call it the fruit off of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah, because when the rest of the shells were around, they would all jump on the branch together.
Mm-hmm.
I thought one of my favorite things was how, like, during certain times of the year, they would leave the window open, and the dust would form on the fucking surface of whatever, and they'd make it like a skating rink.
Oh, ice skate. Yeah.
I like that because that's like a little touch where it's like, clearly whoever made this movie was thinking about like how Marcel and his grandma like would just live at their everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
They had the little bridges that went across to like into the potted plants and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right. Well, that's Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. And this was the latest episode of Surratt and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Surratt, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta.
Check the movie out. Don't listen to Chris. Check the movie out.
Or
listen to it, according to Chris.
Drink about 5-hour energies first.
Is that even still a thing?
What, 5-hour energies?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I got a couple of them right down that work for me.
Yeah, you need to get some of that woo energy. You're in North Carolina. Get some of that woo energy.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You probably got a better chance of getting it before I do.
Yeah, bro, I've gotten some of his woo gummies.
Did they make you go woo? Oh man, did it have you practicing nature's exercise?
I mean, it had me, getting in touch with my, my inner demons. I was just like,
Oh, okay.
I might have took one too many, but
Hmm.
I was watching speakers shake and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I partake like twice a year, so I'm a lightweight. Okay,
So I'm not a gummy person. Because I never know when they're gonna hit me. I hate that shit.
yeah, bro, I did do that on a plane, man.
I did, and it was the worst fucking feeling ever.
Bro,
Plus, I took the most wrong dosage ever. It was terrible. They were 2,000 milligram gummies.
What?
Yes,
2,000?
2,000.
Bro, you
Yes.
shaking hands with the devil.
Look, I did.
Bro,
I was high for 28 fucking hours.
God damn.
It was bad. Me trying to fly, and I love flying. Like no.
Dude, one of my
no.
boys, we was on a plane, and like he had taken some, and I'm sitting there trying to watch fucking Last Airbender, and this motherfucker walks over, he goes, "Hey man, do I smell? Do I smell?" I'm like, "No, man, you don't smell." He goes, "Oh man, I don't know, man. I feel kind of wet. I just feel wet right now." I'm like, "You good, man? You want to sit down?" He goes, "No, man. Can I just stand here for a little bit?" I was like, "All right, cool." Man. He goes, "No, I had some gummies, man." I was like, "How much did you have?" "I don't know." I was like,
Oh shit.
and then I see him later, and my friend Eddie's like, "Man," he goes, "Yeah." I looked over, and this motherfucker sitting there just smelling his shoe.
Wow.
Like shit. I was like, man, you need to lay off that shit when you're on a plane, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, we out.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm a warrior.